I drop top of my whip, man. That Quan driving make you feel some type of way. I know you do. That custom right.
Breaking news, rapper Rich Homie Quan has reportedly died at the age of 34. TMZ reports the platinum-selling rapper passed away at his home in Atlanta today.
Listen, I'm talking, bro, I felt like I couldn't do a show or a song without being on my list.
When did that start? When did the habit start?
When the habit started, shit. On the road, when I first got the road, on the road, the $800 show, I ain't drink no liquor, no lean, none of that.
Atlanta rapper Rich Homie Quan died earlier this week, but how he died remains unclear, and it could take months before more is known. An autopsy was performed by Georgia's Fulton County medical examiner on Quan, whose legal name is DeQuantes Devontae Lamar, and the details are chilling. So, what really happened? Was it natural, or was there foul play? The cause and manner of death are pending the completion of laboratory studies and microscopic examination of tissue slides, the medical examiner said. An official report with autopsy results can take months. The rapper, who died at an Atlanta hospital on September 5th, was one of the biggest names in hip-hop in the mid-2010 years with his popular songs Type of Way and Flex. Quan was found unresponsive, lying on a couch by his girlfriend, Amber Williams, with whom he shared a home, reported TMZ. She immediately dialed 911 and told the dispatcher he was not breathing and had no pulse, according to an audio recording obtained by the outlet. "I don't feel a heartbeat. I don't see him breathing," she's heard saying. She says he foamed at the mouth when she turned him over. Amber also asked the dispatcher if she can add his dad to the call, but the dispatcher instructs her, "We need to help your boyfriend now. He's not waking up in quick," she says before the dispatcher tells her help is on the way. The bereaved girlfriend took to social media days after Quan's death, saying, "I am traumatized from a moment that'll forever be in my head," according to a screenshot of her Instagram story posted on entertainment site The Blast. She also said the pain is unbearable, that she is heartbroken, but that she has received an overflow of love in the wake of the rapper's death. While the results of an autopsy are still pending, rapper Boozy Badazz has claimed in a social media post that Quan allegedly overdosed. The rapper found success in 2013 with his song Type of Way. The song became so successful that several other rappers jumped on the remix, including Jeezy and Meek Mill. Quan has also appeared on a YG track with Jeezy and produced music through his Rich Gang rap collective, which included Young Thug and Birdman. He also teamed up with Young Thug for the Cash Money Records project Rich Gang. His success earned him a spot in the New York Times Atlanta's Rising Generation of Hip-Hop Talent. He followed up with Flex, which became his highest charting solo single, reaching number 26 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. In 2018, Quan debuted his first and only studio album, Rich as in Spirit, which includes Think About It, with singer Rick Ross. He had been listed as a possible witness in rapper Young Thug's criminal proceeding, in which he's facing 8 criminal counts under a federal law originally enacted to fight organized crime, and now those close to him claim that's where his sudden death may have come from. Days after the unfortunate event, Homie Quan's family is speaking out for the first time in the wake of the rapper's tragic death. In a statement shared exclusively with People, the rapper's family reflected on their heartbreak at losing him while also promising to ensure his legacy lives on. On Thursday, September 5th, 2024, the Lamar family lost our beloved son, brother, father, and friend. Known to the world as Rich Homie Quan, DeQuante Devontae Lamar was a proud native of the great city of Atlanta, Georgia, and represented for the A as he and his music traveled across this globe, the statement read. It continued, "While he leaves us with an undeniable hole in our hearts, we are comforted by knowing his music and triumphant spirit lives on. Quan's legacy will forever be cemented as a soundtrack to our lives, and for this, we are grateful. Celebration of life details will be shared soon. Thank you to everyone for your kind words and support at this difficult time.
That he was a trendsetter, that he made hits, and I used to tell him it's a difference in making songs and making hits. And he made hits, and I know that his music will live on forever.
Quan was a proud father of 5 sons: Devin Royal, Tosin, and Lajor, and daughter Elena. But what really happened to Quan? A promising artist who had climbed the charts with hits like Type of Way and Flex. The hitmaker represented success, wealth, and talent. But behind the fame and fortune, the battle with addiction led to an unfortunate end, serving as a stark reminder of the dark side of drugs. Quan's passing not only brings immense sadness to his fans in the music industry, but also provides a cautionary tale about the dangers of drug abuse and the importance of seeking professional treatment. His untimely death highlights a critical truth. No matter how powerful, talented, or successful someone may seem, addiction can grip anyone and lead them down a dangerous path if not addressed with the right help. Drug addiction is a slippery slope that starts with experimentation but can rapidly spiral out of control. It often begins innocently enough, recreational use at parties or trying to cope with stress. For some, it might seem like an escape from reality or a way to numb emotional pain. However, addiction does not discriminate. If true, Rich Homie Quan's overdose sheds light on how quickly the allure of drugs can turn deadly. Drugs such as opioids, fentanyl, and cocaine have claimed the lives of many artists over the years, and these substances are more dangerous than ever due to the growing trend of laced drugs. With the rise of synthetic drugs and the mixing of highly potent substances, users often don't know exactly what they're taking, which can easily lead to overdose. This is why professional detox centers are crucial. Without expert care, individuals like Quan may not be able to escape the grip of addiction on their own. As tributes began to pour in on Thursday following the sudden death of Rich Homie Quan, one in particular stood out. Fellow Atlanta MC Quavo, 1/3 of the city's legendary rap trio, Migos, posted a photo to his Instagram stories. "May God be with us, never saw this being a part of our journey," he wrote on the picture that featured himself, fellow Migos Offset and Takeoff, who was killed in November 2022, Rich Homie Quan, and the currently incarcerated in trial Young Thug. The frozen moment in time was a beautiful relic of 5 artists who reshaped the sound of hip-hop in the post-blog era of the early to mid-2010s, and a painful reminder of just how much the city and culture of Atlanta have sacrificed musically and culturally. Quan, who would have turned 34 in October, was a timestamp of an artist. His unique blending of melodies and lyrical dexterity made him a flagship voice in Atlanta and hip-hop for the last decade. His hits became party anthems and battle cries such as Flex, Walk Through, IG's My Hitta, and Type of Way, which the Michigan State University football team used as its theme song to propel it to a 2014 Rose Bowl victory over Stanford, with Rich Homie Quan in the locker room afterward. Retired coach Mike D'Antonio expressed his condolences on X, formerly known as Twitter. Like many rappers of the time, especially from the South, his catalog had numerous cult classic mixtapes like I Promise I Will Never Stop Going In with DJ Drama and EPs. His one studio album, Riches in Spirit, dropped in 2018. His most memorable and genre-shifting project is preparing to celebrate its 10th anniversary on September 29th. In 2014, Quan and Young Thug released Rich Gang: The Tour Part 1. At the time, the late rapper described it as the best collabo since Outkast.
I did this show, I'm So Hot, bro. I do a show in Carolina. New Year's Eve. You know, you get paid on them type of holidays. My biggest show ever to this day. Still talking about it. It's like.
Turns out he was right. Over a sprawling 20-track odyssey, the two combined sounds, cadences, and unorthodox rhyming schemes produce cult classics such as Lifestyle, Tell 'Em, and Freestyle. Rolling Stone dubbed the tour a ridiculously fun mixtape and announced the arrival of a new rap supergroup. Hip Hop DX praised the project, saying it felt almost big enough to convince you these guys are Billboard certified stars and not just warbling weirdo rap staples. Therein lies the crux of the pain caused by Quavo's Instagram stories photo, which seems distant because it is. Rich Homie Quan's death is but another blow to the city's rap scene, one that is no stranger to grief. Young Thug has been in jail for 2 years, and his RICO trial's ending seems nowhere in sight. Bankroll Fresh, whose Take Over Your Trap has become a sports anthem, was killed in 2016 at age 28. Police closed the case in 2018 without making an arrest. Bring It Back rapper Trouble was killed in 2019 at 34 years old, and Lil Baby affiliate Lil Marlo died in 2020 at age 30 in a drive-by shooting. YSL and Young Thug affiliate Lil Key died of liver and kidney failure at only 24 years old in 2022. Takeoff's death, much like the death of rapper Left Eye of TLC in 2022, robbed another legendary Atlanta trio of its future. Quavo and Offset are survivors of this era. Throughout social media, the remembrances continue to arrive for their peer, in Rich Homie Quan expressing how great of an artist, but really a man, he was to be around, how generous of a person he was, and just how innovative he was for his short time in the spotlight. It is common post-death rhetoric, but the weight never becomes less truthful or somber. With Rich Homie Quan's death, rap must now reconcile with a harsh truth. A generation of ATLians has essentially been eradicated. These artists, Quan included, created the city's sound and the culture soundtrack for years in a post-blog era rap world. They came, they saw, they conquered, and almost as fast as it happened, it was over. Not just careers, but lives. Few made it to 30, even fewer saw 35. The longer we live, the more we realize how present death is at all times. Rich Homie Quan, like so many others of his generation, and his success mirrored the memories they had fostered through their music, the drunk club nights or cookouts, the house parties that felt never ending, and the road trips that still dominate conversations in group chats. The memories are everlasting, but the success was never meant to be. With Rich Homie Quan's death comes the age-old question that's been asked of artists who died far too soon, long before he was born. Just what did he sacrifice for that success? And how much of his success was viewed as no longer his own? In a 2023 interview on Math Hoffa's My Expert Opinion podcast, Quan spoke of his struggles with addiction. The dark cloud, as he called it then, was the root cause of why his music career faded. That was the lowest I was in my life. I went from here to here fast. I blame myself, he said.
I would definitely say I probably was the lowest I was in my life, because you got to think, man, I went from here to here fast. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When asked if he was on drugs, the rapper didn't hold back, citing heavy usage of the mind-altering drug Molly. Oh, hell yeah. I was Molly every day, geeked up, piped down. I felt like I couldn't do a song or a show without being on Molly.
Was it drugs involved?
Oh, hell yeah, man, I was on Molly every day.
Oof.
Listen, geeked up, piped down. Listen, I'm talking, bro, I felt like I couldn't do a show or a song without being on Molly.
As for who introduced him to Molly, a family member. Early reports indicate a drug overdose as the cause of death. His peak as an artist was short, but ever more undeniable and forever more timeless. That isn't the most heartbreaking part. At 33, Quan is now the latest hip-hop ancestor. His memories now permanently reside in the past tense. And should it be that overdose led to his final moments, he is yet one of the latest names to succumb to America's drug epidemic. Quan's music will find pockets to live on as those who grew up on his music grow older. Music is supposed to outlive the artist. Nevertheless, the loss of Rich Homie Quan is significant. Unfortunately, this territory is all too familiar for hip-hop, particularly the city of Atlanta. That said, what's your favorite song from Quan? Let us know in the comments section below. And that's it from us today. Until next time, thank you for watching.